So, my first YouTube upload on the Kilted Jack. Obviously, I've been a little bit active over on TikTok, but this is my first YouTube video, and this is the first one of these videos that I'm going to be doing. Maybe not every week, depending on how busy it has been, but this is a weekly roundup video for Swansea City, where I'm going to be rounding up all things Swansea City that have been happening this week. It is Sunday night, so the week's over, the week's done, and I'm going to be talking about everything that's happened in the last week. So yeah, this is what's happening. So up first in the last week, we have had the new home kit release. Initially, the teaser was dropped. I think it was early on in the week. I'm not sure exactly what day it was, but it was the Snoop Dogg video, coming to a hood near you. And he was wearing a home shirt, and that was the first sneak peek we got of it. A lot of fans didn't like it. Some fans did. And then a couple of days later, it was officially announced, and we got better looks of it, and a lot of fans really like it. And I'm amongst the fans that do really like it. I think it's really nice. I like the checkered patterns going down it to obviously um, commemorate the old kits. So yeah, I really like it. I think it's really nice. One of my favourite Swans shirts in the past few years actually. Really nice. So yeah, what are your thoughts on it? Leave your thoughts in the home kit in the comments below. I personally really like it. I think it's absolutely beautiful. So yeah, I think they've done a really good job with the home kit for next season. On the transfer side of things, in the last week it's been a bit quiet. Not much talk of anybody coming in. It's kind of simmered down a little bit now. Hopefully not for long. Hopefully we'll pick back up again next week. Not a couple of things going on. Bit of speculation about Jerry Yates, maybe a move to Blackpool, but apart from that, not much going on. Hopefully the rumours about Jerry Yates are true, and we can get a couple of million or thereabouts for him and get him off the wage bill, and we can reinvest that into the squad. But that's the only thing really that's been happening on the transfer side of things for the last week. It's been quiet, but hopefully it picks up again next week. Now, we've got our first game/games of the season. Two 60-minute games against Stevenage, obviously in Spain. And yeah, I wasn't watching them. I was working Saturday morning to early Saturday afternoon, so I missed the games. I wasn't able to watch them. But yeah, apparently the new signings were decent. Apparently Zidane Anusa was positive, which is good to hear. Bobby Wills obviously with a goal. Um, you've got who else? Milker Whittle, who apparently put on a positive kind of showing. Burgess was solid apparently and won everything. Ricardo Santos apparently gave the ball away a few times, but was okay. Franco, he was Franco. Apparently, so yeah. Positives to take. First game ended in a 2-2 draw and then a 1-0 win in the second game. But yeah, it's first pre-season friendly, good little runabout, good to see the new signings in action for the very first time. So yeah, I think it's positives to be taken from that, absolutely. Now the next thing is the leaked away or third kit. It's the purple one, leaked on Snoop Dogg's son's Instagram story. And this is just absolutely beautiful. This is personal favourite. This is a personal favourite of mine of Swan's tops, as long as I can remember. Absolutely beautiful. Everything about it is absolutely amazing. The patterning going through it as best as we could see. It wasn't obviously too clear to see the patterns. It wasn't a close up or anything. But from what I seen, it was absolutely amazing. The badge on it is like from the travel outfits. It's just absolutely stunning, and I cannot wait to be able to buy that and to be able to wear it about, because just an absolutely beautiful kit, and fair play to whoever designed it, because that is a very very good football shirt, especially for Swansea City Football Club. And now, last but not least, on the weekly roundup for Swansea City. The biggest bit of news coming out of the last 7 days is we've got Snoop Dogg, who has joined the ownership at Swansea City, joining Luka Modric, who joined the club in April. Where did this come from? This was completely like, until the kit was teased by Snoop Dogg, this was kept so quiet, completely unheard of, completely random. Actually, like, where does this come from? I won't complain. The branding that he'll be able to bring, the large following, it's absolutely massive. One of the most well-known artists in the world that's ever lived. Really, Snoop Dogg. Um, just absolutely massive to have him at Swansea. You've seen what, like, the likes of Wrexham have done with Rob McElhenney and Ryan Reynolds. It's Swansea seem to be doing something similar. Bringing in big names to be associated with the club, and it's really exciting for me. Really, really exciting. I'm looking to see where we're going. Um, I'd imagine he'll have a lot of money as well to invest into Swansea. Um, but yeah, he's already given us good exposure on his social media platforms and that. So really, really happy to have him in, and just what a surprise, what a surprise. But yeah, no, just really unexpected, but it was a nice surprise. It was one of them things that you kind of happy that it was kept under the radar, because it was just such a big surprise when the news came out. We were just like a bit like, whoa, what's going on here then? So yeah, that's the biggest bit of news to come out of the last week. So yeah, a positive week. A bit quiet on the transfer side of things, but hopefully that will change in the next week. We'll see what happens though. Time will tell. The business will get done. We just need to give it time to get done. So I'm hoping that next week, when I sit back in this chair on Sunday, that we'll be able to have some transfer news come to us that we can, talk about, discuss, give our thoughts on. Maybe a few departures, a couple of departures, maybe, a couple of people coming in. I'd take one. I would take one in the next week. I'm not going to be too greedy, but who knows? There's a full week. We'll see what happens, and I'll be back here on Sunday. I don't think there's anything really else to speak about from the last week. But yeah, this will be a weekly kind of video. This is the first video on the Kilted Jack YouTube channel. So thank you to everybody who's watched. But yeah, thanks and goodbye.